everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Inktober day 31. This is the last and final day and I was like, oh my gosh. I know in like previous videos I was kind of going back and forth in terms of what I was gonna do to finish out the rest of the month. And like I had a bunch of different ideas, honestly. Originally I wanted to like just go full force and do every single day, and then I realized quickly that I just did not have the time to do artwork every single day and then also record the video too, because it takes a lot just to be able to set it up and get it to look right, and then post it to Instagram and then post it to the channel. The editing, all that stuff is really time consuming. So as I said, I quickly figured that just wasn't gonna happen. So then I kind of revised it a little bit and I was like, okay, maybe I can do it if I post the video like for like day 11, for example, on day 12 or something like that. But even pushing it to the next day didn't work because I still had to edit and record. So then I was like, later on in either my previous video, I think I was mentioning possibly just doing 1 to 2 Inktober related videos a week. But I'm not gonna lie, I forgot all about that. And then before I knew it, it was today. And I was like, oh gosh. So I was like, let me at least do something for the final day just to kind of like end it out. And then I already have plans, of course, for November. So hopefully I can just push out way more videos than this month, because this month was very, very like crazy and busy for me, which is kind of why I wasn't able to do a lot of videos consistently like I wanted to, and like as I mentioned in previous videos. So on the agenda for November is just to post a bunch of new content videos, and I've already have stuff pre-recorded that I've just been kind of waiting to post because I wanted it to make sense of when I posted it. But I think I'm gonna start like today, because today is actually Halloween. We're gonna editing the first video for November, and I'm either gonna post it tomorrow or on the 2nd of November. One of those days. I'm still trying to decide. So yeah, that's in the works right now. And then this video, I'm recording the voiceover right now too on Halloween, exactly. So I'm hoping to actually be able to get this out. It's 8 right now, so hoping to be able to get it out maybe around 10, if not a little bit sooner, hopefully. This is actually also one of my longer videos for Inktober, because I was trying to kind of keep myself on a schedule of like only doing like 15 to 16 minute videos for Inktober, just because they're supposed to be quick little like drawings and paintings, and I don't think anybody really wants to sit and watch it. I don't know, maybe you do, maybe don't, for that long. But this one is like around 30 plus minutes, which is not too bad, because the actual painting for me took maybe like an hour and 30 minutes, close to that. And for this one I also did it differently because I decided to go fully digital. With all the other ones I was doing mostly analog, with the exception of, I believe, day 11 where I did analog and then I kind of fine-tuned it in Photoshop. But this one I had the idea and I decided to completely just do it in Photoshop, and I actually found out I can screen record on my Mac, which is really cool. Did not know that. So I did the screen recording. I kind of tested it out first, and then I went ahead and did it. And I kind of had already started drawing the alligator before I got the idea to actually record it. So like the head and part of the body in the video you're gonna see is kind of like already somewhat drawn in, but I wind up finishing the rest of it, of course, while I'm recording. So you're gonna get to see the rest of that. And also with this one, because I feel like in a lot of my videos I already have like a clear idea of what I want to draw or paint. So generally I sketch everything out first before I turn the camera on, and then when I turn the camera on I start the actual process of painting or whatever I'm going to be doing. So you're going to see like a lot, as I was saying before, you're going to see a lot of the process of me just trying to figure out what exactly I wanted like the surroundings to look like. And I think I kept going back and forth with like where I want to position things, how I want it to look, and I still wanted it to have like that ink look. So I was very strategic on what brushes I use, but then in the end I do wind up for the alligator going in with like a charcoal brush, just because I think it added like a different texture and it helped kind of make the alligator stand out a little bit more than if I just did a flat like layer of color. But definitely like the trees, for instance, I wanted them to look very like scratchy and like very much so like I used a micron or something like that to like hatch, which I think in the end came out really successful. And yeah, just like a lot of this was just me trying to figure out, as I was saying, what I wanted to do, because like this is like the only one I think in terms of Inktober that I didn't have a clear idea exactly of how I wanted it to be. Like I knew I wanted to do an alligator, but as I said, I didn't know what it would like finally look like, the composition. So there's a lot of me kind of like going in, putting something down, and then going and erasing, changing different brushes, changing the brush sizes, like deleting layers, adding layers, until I finally get kind of like what I want. And even so, when I get towards like the middle and end, like I couldn't have imagined it would have looked like that, just because in the beginning I didn't know what I wanted. I just kind of just keep working the painting until it comes to like a state of completion or close to completion where I feel like, okay, this is good. So after I actually finished recording this, I posted it to Instagram. So if you don't follow me, go follow me and check it out on Instagram and give it a like. But yeah, and then I'm just doing the, of course, voice recording right now. But right now I already put in kind of like the basic outline for the alligator. So now right now I'm going in the background, and I've already done like the trees and stuff. So that's what's happening. And then just kind of going over it and shading it. And I had reference photo for it that I pinned right next to my laptop. Usually I bring up my reference photo like on my laptop, but because I was screen recording, I didn't want it to be like, I don't know, like too focused on like the reference, like me going back and forth and stuff like that. And I also didn't know how the screen recording would be affected if I clicked out of Photoshop. So I decided to just kind of like stay in the Photoshop window, so your focus is totally on what I'm doing. And then I have my reference next to me, which actually worked out pretty fine, which is probably something, if I do some more screen recordings in the future, I'll utilize, just pinning up my reference next to me so I can look over and see it. And for a lot of this too, I took like a lot of pauses, so there might be moments you see where you're not seeing like anything happening, and that's just because I'm either trying to figure out what's my next step from here, or maybe I'm taking a break or something like that. But yeah, and excuse any noises here in the background. I have like younger siblings who are celebrating Halloween right now, so yeah. In the background too, towards the end, I wound up deciding to do a gradient, and at first I was struggling with whether or not I should like color in like the background, or if I should just keep it stark white. And for the longest of time, I was looking at like the stark white background, and then the alligator was white at the time because I didn't do the shading yet, and I was trying to figure out, okay, does this work? Because I realized there's a lot of contrast in this particular painting because it's just black and white, when you don't think about like the different values of black, gray, whatever that I put in there in the background to create kind of like that atmospheric type of perspective. But yeah, in the end I just wound up deciding to color in the background, color in the alligator, because I felt like it looked like almost like incomplete to just leave the background and the alligator just white. But then I was also thinking about, I have like a lot of hatching and stuff and a lot of different stuff happening that's surrounding the alligator, so would it be too busy if I did like pin work in the alligator as well? Like that was another issue that I found myself going back and forth with, and in the end obviously I just decided to not do like the pin effect with the alligator and instead use the charcoal brush to kind of fill that in. And as I said, I think it really turned out really good for this. But yeah, I'm just gonna let the rest of the video play out, and like, please enjoy, comment, like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell if you haven't already, and yeah, enjoy. Okay everyone, we're basically near the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun actually working on this today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell so you never miss when I post a new video. And have a really great Halloween or whatever you celebrate.